modern woman says she's not staying for the kids. If a relationship gets toxic, just get a divorce or break up. Check this out.
I don't care if I have 1, 2, 3, or 10 kids with somebody. Once the love is gone, once shit gets toxic, I'm not staying for the kids. Why? Because whatever's unhealthy for me is unhealthy for my kids. And sometimes the most healthiest situation for the kids is for us to separate. Your children's mental well-being is at stake here. And honestly, they deserve to see you being loved, whether it's you loving yourself or someone loving you. Oh, but I want my family. It's 2021. Families come in all shapes and sizes. You're still a family. You could find somebody with their own kids and make a blended family. Blended families are fucking beautiful. We're not in the fucking 1930s. You're not stuck anymore. We're not fucking stuck. We're free to do whatever the fuck we want in the pursuit of our happiness. Bars.
You know what? Let's run that back. And I'll go over the points one by one. Let's take it from the top.
I don't care if I have 1, 2, 3, or 10 kids with somebody.
And to be honest with you, honestly, I understand where she's coming from. But there's two trains of thought here. There's two trains of thought. Let's listen to it from the very top.
I don't care if I have 1, 2, 3, or 10 kids with somebody. Once the love is gone, once shit gets toxic, I'm not staying for the kids. Why? Because whatever's unhealthy for me is unhealthy for my kids. And sometimes the most healthiest situation for the kids is for us to separate.
And that's a good point, for us to separate. But here's where I have to ask. How's that working out for our communities these days? What up, Steven? What up, Lakeisha? The best thing for the kids is to separate. That's been the going trope for the last 30 years. And how's that working out for us now? If the best thing and the most healthy thing is for you to separate, is being apart healthy for the children? Is being apart from the father of your children the best thing for the children? Because maybe you are going through it with him in a bad relationship. Hey, Kim. Let's continue.
Your children's mental well-being is at stake here. And honestly, they deserve to see you being loved.
The kids do deserve you to be. Listen, yes, kids do deserve to see you being loved. But women have poor choices in men. So how many different men do you want your children to see you being loved by? How many different men do women want their children to hear her being loved by in the next room? Huh? Is that what you want the children to hear? Man after man, boyfriend after boyfriend? You being taken to Pound Town in the bedroom next door? Yes, kids deserve to see you being loved, but do you think possibly kids should see their father loving their mother loving their father? Not necessarily some new woman coming in and out of dad's life, or new man coming in and out of mom's life, which is usually the case. We'll stick with what's the majority of the case. New boyfriends, new Pookies and Ray Rays coming in and out of the bedroom, coming in and out of the house, eating the kids' snacks, raiding that new nigga over the house, raiding the refrigerator, eating all the Pop-Tarts. Damn, mom, you was just with the last guy. Who's this guy? Oh, because you want the kids to see you happy with whoever you're going to be happy with. Even though it's a new dude every year, every 6 months, every 3 months in some cases. Kids are confused, not sure what's happening. Oh, no, I keep my kids away. You don't do that for long. You don't do that for long. The kids, before a good 6 months go by, you feel comfortable enough to have him over for Netflix. He meets that little child of yours. The kids are confused, and then they know that's not dad. They know it's not dad. So yeah, the kids deserve to see you being loved, but by how many men? How many men do they deserve to hear you being loved by? What are you teaching your daughters when she sees mom with a whole bunch of different dudes? That's what you think the solution is? How's that working out for our community so far? How's that working out for us? For those that just jumped in the live, run it back and watch the video straight through. I'll play the video. Right now I'm going point by point, but run it back so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's continue.
Whether it's you loving yourself or someone loving you.
And another thing is, what's love got to do with it? You know, I got a show coming up about what's love got to do with it. Is it all Disney tale and fairy tales? Is it all make believe? Is it butterflies every day? Or is it duty that people are not paying attention to? Roles and responsibilities of being an adult, a parent, raising children in modern America. What's love got to do with it? Very little, if you ask me. Let's continue.
Oh, but I want my family. It's 2021. Families come in all shapes and sizes.
Did you hear? But I want my family. Did you hear how she mocks women like that's a bad thing? Ladies, don't fall for that pick me sign language where women are out there trying to make you feel bad for wanting what you naturally desire, ladies. Oh, but I want my family. Yes. Shout out to the women that want their family. Shout out to the brothers that want their family. Shout out to the women that desire their family and know that that's best for their children and know that it really ain't shit out here in these single streets. Oh, but I want my family. Do not fall for sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Need to be right being the worst, but right here, you're being shamed. You're being guilted. Oh, but I want my family. Shout out to the women that want their family. Don't you dare let women who mock you because that's what you want get into your head.
You're still a family. You could find somebody with their own kids and make a blended family. Blended families are fucking beautiful. We're not in the fucking 1930s. You're not stuck anymore.
Stuck physically? Or is it a mental state? No, we're not stuck. But is it such a bad thing to want to be there in a relationship? For the kids, where it's not necessarily about you. Is it so bad to not necessarily be stuck, the way she so eloquently puts it, but more so because you want to be there, specifically for the children?
We're not fucking stuck. We're free to do whatever the fuck we want in the pursuit of our happiness. Bars.
What's up, Alan Gal? It's good to see you, love. You're right. Alan Gal says everybody, let me throw that up on the screen. Everybody shouldn't be parents. Everybody shouldn't be parents. I know far too many people who are parents and don't want to be. And it shows in the way their children are being raised. Shout out to you, Island Gal, for that. Yeah, you know, listen, divorce rate. I put the numbers up here. One divorce every 36 seconds. 2,400 divorces a day in America. 16,800 divorces a year. 876,000 divorces per year. 41% for the first divorce. For those that go ahead and decide to get married a second time, it's a 60% chance. 60% of them get a divorce. People that get married a third time, 73%. That's basically 3 out of 4 people who get married a third time go ahead and get a divorce. We are over a 50% divorce rate in America. In the black community, over 60%. Yes, women are the most free than ever, but they're also the most unhappy. Her whole point is look for happiness. She should do what's necessary for happiness. Then she says that she's the most free. Women are the most free, but however, women are the most unhappy being the most free. Don't want to take away any freedoms, but goddamn, we're out of order, ladies and gentlemen. You want to gamble with a new relationship? You want to gamble with finding somebody new to fix a toxic relationship? Is that your solution? Is your solution, ladies and gentlemen, to fix your toxic relationship, to throw away your old one and get a new one? Why are people throwing away relationships like they throw away modern electronics? You see, back in the day, I'm 49. Back in the day, when your TV broke, you took it to the TV repairman and you got it fixed. I don't know how many of you out there remember television repair shops in your neighborhood. When your TV didn't act right, you took that sucker to the shop and got it repaired. What happens today when a TV goes bad? A flat screen goes bad. 46-inch flat screen, 50-inch flat screen goes bad. What do? We throw it away. You just throw it away and go buy another one. Why are we treating relationships like modern day flat screen TVs, like modern day toasters? You know, when a toaster went bad back in the day, you got it fixed. Now your toaster goes bad, you just throw it away. People are throwing away whole cars simply because something goes wrong with the engine instead of just getting it fixed. Why are we throwing away relationships instead of fixing yourself? Her suggestion is to get rid of the relationship, divorce, breakup, whatever it is, so the kids can see happiness in pursuit of what? The streets? You think it's happiness out there in the dating streets? Come on, the chat can tell you that that's some bullshit. What up, Mr. C? What up, Mr. C? What up, Joel? Her suggestion is to throw away the relationship and go buy another. Like women could just go out and just grab a man off the man tree. Like there's a man tree on every corner and women can just go like grocery shopping. Like they can just squeeze the tomato and see which ones she wants. She could just find out what watermelon she wants and take that home. She make it seem like that's how dating and mating is in 2022. Instead of repairing the relationship you got, more often than not, it's because that individual person needs to go to the repair shop. How many people are going to the repair shop to fix themselves? Do you believe that you're going to break up with somebody, specifically the father or mother of your child, and then go take that bullshit that you had in that relationship and bring it to a new one and think it's going to be okay? That is why 41% is the divorce rate for first-time marriages. It gets worse the second time around. People think that they can just find another spouse. And when they're lucky enough to find another spouse, it's a 60% divorce rate. Then they feel they still won't fix themselves. I can just go ahead and find myself another spouse. And if you're super lucky to get married 3 times, there's a 73% divorce rate there. People are just taking their fucking cuts and bruises and bringing it to the next person and expecting them to heal that wound. That's not how that works, ladies and gentlemen. You don't just throw away your relationship simply because it's gotten toxic. Instead, why don't you fix your toxic ass? Why don't you go get some therapy and find out what's wrong with you? Oh, you don't want to be told what's wrong with you. You see, what happens oftentimes is, and this has happened in my relationships, you could tell somebody something about themselves and they won't listen to you. Somebody else tells them the exact same thing that you told them. And what happens? They tell you the exact same thing. Island Gal says she thinks it's the third time is the charm. What up, Steven? He says that's the toxicity she wants to run away from, right? But she's bringing it with her. See, oftentimes everybody wants to blame everybody else. That's right, Lakeisha. Sis better stay and raise those kids together. Listen, people, they take their problems and they think they're the only thing right in a wrong world. They think they're the only thing right in the wrong world, and they're going to find somebody else and fix you. What you need to do is you need to fix your ass. Take yourself to a therapist and get yourself together. But, oh, that's what I was telling you guys. Oftentimes you can tell, ladies, gentlemen, tell me if you can relate to this. You've been in a relationship with somebody. You told them about a personality flaw, something about them that they just think that you're the only person. That first of all, they tell you you're the only person that's ever told me that. And you know damn well everybody before you told them that same shit. But okay, they tell you you're the only person that tells them that. The moment somebody else tells them about that same issue, suddenly they believe it. And you sit back and be like, damn, I said the same thing. Or you tell them how to fix it and somebody else gives them that same solution and suddenly they believe it. You be like, I just said that same thing, but when I said it, you didn't believe it. When I said it, you didn't hear me. When I said it, it was no big deal, or I didn't know what I was talking about. This person comes along and says the same damn thing and suddenly it's gospel. Tell me if you could relate to that. Exactly, Miss Drea. What up, BL? And then here's another thing about therapy and why people don't like to go. You'll be in a relationship with somebody and you'll complain about a particular thing and you'll tell them what you need to do, or you'll tell them what they need to do to make you make the relationship a little bit better, make you happier. You'll go to a therapist and the doctor says the same damn thing that you told them. Oh, they don't want to hear that, do they? They don't want to hear a clinical therapist tell them the same thing that you told them in the bedroom just the night prior, that you've been telling them for the last 2 years. And now a professional comes along and says, you know what? Your husband was right. She don't want to hear that shit. That is one of the main reasons why people run away from therapy, because they don't want to be confirmed in relationship therapy. They don't want to be confirmed. They don't want their boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife to be confirmed by the doctor. I don't want to hear the doctor tell me the same thing that you told me, because I could tell you that you don't know what you're talking about, but I can't say that to this doctor. So I'm not going to go. No, ladies and gentlemen, fix your fucking relationships and get yourself together. Therapy is okay. Couples therapy is okay. And I mean clinical therapy. I ain't talking about just going to the pastor at the local church. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Does moving on really lead to happiness? Does it really lead to happiness? Do you think that you're going to be able to find something better out there? Do you know that 65% of women that's gotten divorced regret it? Do you realize that more often than not, over 50%, and this is anecdotal, I don't have any studies on this, but I have a feeling I'm not wrong. Most men and women who break up with their baby mom or baby dad or whatever generally cannot find somebody out there that was better than them later on. They settle for somebody else and cognitive dissonance kicks in. But the reality is you don't find nobody better than the last person that you had, especially your baby daddy, your baby moms. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get our shit together. Let's start doing some therapy. Let's start doing some inner work. We don't have to run away from toxic relationships. Let's run away from the toxic shit that we're doing and bring in some healthy stuff into the current relationship, instead of running away from the relationship thinking we could take that toxic behavior to somebody new. It's not going to work. It hasn't been working for us. This advice that she's giving you, that's not what's best for the children. It hasn't been, in my observation, over the last 30 years. And I've been watching close. Just want to put that out there, you guys. What does Joelle say? She said, Shan, she doesn't say for the happiness, but for the pursuit of happiness. That is true, but happiness may never be achieved fully, for it is ever fleeting. That may be that. Well, if it's forever fleeting, then why are you chasing at? Why would somebody chase after it in another relationship? If it's forever fleeting, you might as well stick with the one that you got. If we're always in the constant pursuit of happiness, pursue it together with your baby mama and your baby daddy, your wife. Don't turn him into an ex-husband, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, since you want to run to the courthouse, divorce court so often. If you're in the pursuit of happiness, pursue with the person that you fell in love with. Do you remember why you fell in love with that man in the beginning? Stick it out, figure it out. And that's my suggestion. And the real question is, why do the kids never matter enough? Stephen Day, that's a bar. Stephen Day dropped a bar. The real question is, why do the kids never matter enough? According to this lady, the kids don't matter enough. I appreciate you guys. I just wanted to drop this one on you today. I needed you to check this out. I'm Mr. Shan. I hope you learned something today. I'm just trying to save you guys heartache, headache, money, and time. And you, my friends, are dismissed.